All right, so welcome to the Town of Waterboro Planning Board meeting for September 4th, 2024. Angela, can we start with roll call?
Rick Madruga.
Here.
James Farias.
Here.
Rebecca Higgins.
Here.
Stacy Walker.
Here.
Diane Gray.
Here.
All right, next meeting on the agenda is minutes from August 7th, 2024. Is there any questions, edits, changes, concerns? No. I could get a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve those minutes for August 7th.
Second that. All those in favor? All right. Next item on the agenda is public hearing, which we do not have. After that is old business, which we also do not have. Next is new business. First item on the agenda is 200 Main Street Contract Zone Sketch Plan Review. Dave Alves? Alves, okay. Saco Realty Associates, LLC. So before we start,
I need to recuse myself.
yep. So Stacy is going to recuse herself. Does she have, Angela, does she have to state why she just recuses herself, or does she have to state? Okay. Okay.
Again?
Yes.
So I'm Dave Alves, I'm with DMA Building Corp. I'm here to try to develop 200 Main Street, which consists of 19 plus acres. 5 or 6 acres will be the development part, and the rest will be used for recreational walking and open space. The proposed project will consist of 3 commercial units in this location with its own stormwater and septic to be under the parking lot, along with 3 3-story, 12-unit buildings for phase 2, 3, and 4. Same with the stormwater being in the center, the septics being at the parking lot. Each building will have 6 2-bedroom units and 6 1-bedroom units. The first floors can accommodate at least 1 ADA unit per building, and others. So there'll also be a maintenance garage here. It'll be serviced by electric heat, municipal water, and the septic for the sewer. Questions?
Mike, we'll let you, Michaela's not here tonight, so we'll let you go next.
Yeah, lead the charge, right? Just for the planning board's review, the sections that we're actually at right now are just the preliminary plan, so it's only 6.1, 6.2 of the subdivision ordinance. It appears to meet the majority of the requirements. I have some different questions regarding commercial space, but that's more along the lines of usage categories. So I'm assuming that it's going to be like a typical business use, which is like a doctor's office, something.
I got a lot of requests for hairdresser.
Hair salon, yeah, and that's still a business use. That's a huge umbrella, but anything that would, anything other than like a basic mercantile, that would affect obviously septic systems and things like that moving forward. This is a pretty big project, obviously. We have some questions surrounding the water district and usage and so forth, but we addressed a lot of those in the staff review.
Okay.
I have since spoke with the sprinkler company, and they spoke with the water district, and it does appear that we have the water to do all the sprinklers.
Adequate supply. We're looking for flow rates and things of that nature, but as we get closer or further on in the process, tonight we're just taking a look and accepting the sketch.
Right.
And that's that's basically
Yeah,
all
I'm
we're
reading
getting.
the staff review. There was a question about the third floor. Is that addressing what you're talking about with the sprinklers and addressing that concern?
The elevators, the
Okay.
third
Yeah.
floor brings a whole
Yeah,
host
okay.
of things that has to be ironed out
All right,
as of
okay.
yet. So we're very early on in the process.
Gotcha, okay. You're going to
It is about 19 feet to the third floor. But one thing I did,
It is, from my research, just so that you're aware of where I'm at as far as like the elevator requirements and things of that nature, it has to do with the ratio of accessibility apartments on the first floor, things like that. So it's not only to do with building height in occupancy, there's a whole host of things. Unfortunately, it's probably a good 4-hour read that I haven't had an opportunity to get quite through. But from my opinion, this is a very good sketch for a sketch plan. And we'll see there's a DEP permitting, there's a whole host of.
There's a lot of
This is a
stuff.
big
Yeah.
project
Yeah.
for Waterboro, so it'll be a little lengthy and there's many requirements that we're gonna have to.
Yeah, because tonight we're just approving the sketch plan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any questions from the board?
So you said the commercial building is phase one?
yes,
That would be then additional, these apartment buildings would be
2, 3, and 4.
later on.
My thought is the maintenance building would probably be a part of phase 2.
Right, yeah.
Because it'll service,
Get to
whether it
bed,
be
get in
plowing
and out.
or what have you.
So you'd be putting a big lengthy road in, I see. How many acres is this piece, you said?
That's 5 to 6 acres out of 19 plus.
So where's the rest of the, oh, I see, all out here?
All here, and this. over here.
All out there,
Yeah.
is part of that property.
So I think for tonight, we're just approving the sketch plan as being complete. And then from here, obviously we'll have to go through the rest of the application process. So I think for tonight's business, we're just looking for approval of the sketch plan. Mike and Michaela did provide feedback stating that she felt it was complete as well, so. So I think at this point, there's no more questions, we're just here to approve the sketch plan. So, Diane, did you have any questions at this point, or?
Not right this minute.
Okay, okay.
One of the big things that I'd like the board to really entertain is before we come to our next meeting, obviously, or even before we have our next meeting on another topic, to try to get some sort of idea, as Dave is explaining, the phases. Where are we, because we have some input with that as well.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that all the needs are being met at the end of phase 1.
Right.
And then at the completion of stage 2. And so I'm not real sure where we can go with hot top is my primary concern, because if this ends up being,
No, I thought a lot about it since there. By the time we start, or go to start, the first building, the binder,
sure,
water, electrical will all be in the room.
sure. And probably will require, the board will require core samples if it's intended to go to the town. And it's-
Oh, right.
It's just a
I
lot.
actually didn't know I had that option.
Well, I can't speak for the town. I'd have to review your contract, but that's, in a typical subdivision, that's my primary concern, is that we cover the road base very thoroughly, because we
Right.
had a little bit of a headache on some recent subdivisions.
Gotcha.
I would just assume it'd be turned over. I mean, that's how I'm gonna build it anyway.
I can't, we'll have to review your contract, and
Okay.
that's for the lawyers to sort out,
Okay.
and the select board as to if the town is gonna accept the
Sure.
subdivision.
Same as everything.
Exactly, same,
Subdivision.
it's standard,
Yeah.
Nothing unique to this project.
So you need a motion to,
Yeah, to
So I
find
make-
the sketch plan complete. is what
yeah, I'll
we-
make a motion to find the sketch plan for 200 Main Street complete.
All those in favor? All right, so we'll move on to the next phase. This point, so start
Is
the
there,
application
is there
process.
anything besides what is in the criteria that you want for the next meeting?
We'll be in touch. We're gonna, before we commit to that, we're gonna make sure that Michaela's on board.
Right, right.
I'm not sure the legal aspect of it, but it's not gonna hurt us to have a couple of workshops.
Workshops
even,
on it.
Just to, even if it's just subdivision, if we
Yeah.
have to do a blanket
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I think that's important. There's a lot involved here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay, thank you
you.
very much.
Alright. So, next on the agenda is, under new business, is to discuss AR zone amendment and a wild game processing. Assuming this is you, Mike.
Yeah, well, actually, it's a gentleman that's right up the street here. He's in the AR zone. He'd like to, he sent the select board a request to review and potentially change the zoning to allow wild game processing, because he would like to do this in an outbuilding at his home. Like if it was a regular home occupation and it was held in, say, the basement of the home or something like that, we could consider that a home occupation. But where he's going to build a specific structure and it needs to be, it's specific to the usage.
Okay.
That requires a conditional use to have a processing facility, okay? Aside from somebody doing, say, their own and a couple of their neighbors and things.
So if he had an attached garage and set it up in the garage, you'd be fine, as a home occupation, right?
Probably until the kids came out, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it that he wants to do?
Kind of deer, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's cutting a wild game.
Deer,
Okay.
moose, whatever.
Yeah,
For
deer
business.
moose, for business.
For business, not just.
Right, he's gonna advertise, it'll be a commercial, much like, Mr. Sterling.
Yeah.
Right, so
It's
where's
kinda
this at?
low-key. It
Well, he
is
doesn't cut them up though, he just.
No, he just
It's
takes
just
it.
a-
Right.
page 24 in the ordinance, or the address.
I'm trying to find out the area in town we're talking.
It's Brookside.
Brookside.
Side, where is that something like? Oh, heading down towards Hollis.
So
Yes.
Off from Townhouse.
So how is this different from other people who do this within the town today?
It's commercial.
Okay, so the fact that,
He'll
So
advertise,
he's opening
he can take monetary, so he can charge people
okay,
to cut the housing.
okay,
Not $20 or never mind.
okay. So
So it's a
obviously
processing
this will
facility.
impact others, am I to assume?
Yes, especially if he doesn't take care of the renderings.
Right, well, that's my concern, right, is that, because what I looked at in I was assuming it was a home occupation.
It's actually conditional use.
Right, because of the outbuilding, is that?
Well, because it'll be for a business, it's like one of the hair salons on 202,
Yeah,
for lack of something to compare it to. Anybody can walk in off the street and have their game processed.
right.
So he's in the AR zone now.
Yep. He has a conforming lot size, so everything is legit as far as spatial requirements.
And our
Density.
zoning does not allow this, is that right?
No, zoning does allow it, but it's for livestock and it's a processing facility is how it's categorized, much,
Right, so it falls under number 8 of this
Exactly.
subsection, right?
exactly, subsection
Yeah.
306.2.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't have the term wild game
So is the
It's
ask-
it's specific to livestock.
So is the ask to adjust this conditional use in order
Correct.
to add wild game processing to it?
That would be,
Okay.
that's my opinion of the easiest way to achieve that.
Achieve what we're trying to do. Okay.
Not that we should make a habit out of doing it for any one individual. I mean, this will open up, obviously.
There are others.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah, and it's usually has something to do with the other monetary. Yeah,
Good.
not so far away.
No.
So if it's something the board would entertain, then we can just make a recommendation to the select board that could be added to that 3.062. And add the term wild game, if there's not any objection.
Personally, I don't think it's any different than processing livestock.
Nor do I just looked at that and I'm like, we'll just put it here. It's the same category, it's the usage, it opens it up for the whole AR zone.
I think
So
the
that's
only
just the bulk
question
of the
that
town.
I had about the whole thing was the fact that there aren't, so it just leaves it at the processing, whereas, so for example, the one that has junkyards, there's some conditions as to how close certain things can be
Right.
to other residents. And I'm very, my only concern would be whether it's livestock, poultry, whatever it is, that somebody's taking carcasses and just putting them there for everybody to smell. And I'm wondering if, at the same time, we should add some provisions to prevent that.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
That's it,
Yeah.
that's
the only way I would even
that's why we're here.
consider
it.
That's the board's choice. That's your
There's gotta be
purview.
some kind of control on
That's
that.
your
What about,
purview.
could it affect somebody's well, water quality?
You can also require a disposal plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
You dispose
You
of
know.
that, that would be a good
Yeah.
idea.
This is why it's under the conditional use category.
Right.
Yeah.
Because before somebody's approved for that, they need to come to the board
Yeah.
seeking that conditional usage, and that gives you an opportunity to set criteria for spatial requirements,
Yeah.
carcass, the
Disposal.
waste, the
Yeah.
disposal
How are you gonna
plan.
handle that?
Right.
So Brookside's very residential,
Yeah, that's a neighborhood.
so are we going so far as putting a sign up, getting a different building on his property, doing that whole?
This particular individual, as I understand, he's intending to get, people are repurposing shipping containers a lot, and he's intending to get one for refrigeration,
Oh, and create that.
get one for refrigeration and one for processing.
Yeah, okay. Not a bad idea.
That's his plan. No, cut a hole in the side, put an AC in it,
Yeah.
line it with 2-inch rigid foam, and away you go.
Yeah.
Little trolley system.
So he does it for, if he makes it like for a commercial business, he'll have to have inspectors in there if he's selling? Is he selling?
This is, no, he can't sell. What he could do as a processing facility is he can take the creatures in,
Like I ship one
process it.
today, I can have him process it for me, but he's
Tomorrow.
not gonna be selling any of
Exactly,
his
no.
product.
You can only
No.
package it and give it back.
Can he
The
sell any,
license could be-
can he sell any of the byproducts?
Technically, no. Technically, he's supposed to, he has to be USDA certified to do that, through the health program. So there are some safeguards in this as well that are state required, but the wild game piece is another one of those lovely gray areas, because it's recreational.
Well,
It's not.
yeah, but I thought you could only transfer it to the tag holder anyway.
You
so-
can, and
Yeah.
if for some reason it's a suspicious animal, then there's a whole other
Suspicious.
caveats that go with that.
So
Or
can you go back to, you said, originally you said he was gonna have a separate building,
Right.
but now you're saying he's gonna
Structure.
use 2 shipping
Structure.
containers?
Yep, there's actually 2 shipping containers that are bolted together on, what?
328
Osby Hill Road. No, right on the lake.
No, right down here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess we're not-
Landry Drive.
Landry.
Landry
They made a
Drive.
house for a guy.
A lot of people are doing that.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
It's too HD for me, but everybody to their own thing.
Also a registered Maine guy.
Yep, he is.
Something nice on me, but.
So,
Well, he has something to lose if he doesn't do it right then. So-
Absolutely.
And he's open to game wardens coming in and all of
Right.
that.
But he has to be, he's a
Yep.
guy.
Yep.
and it'll,
He loses his license if he doesn't.
gives him another area of his business that he can service the customer,
Yeah,
you know?
makes sense.
We're not
Turkey
here to
hunts.
figure out, for him, we're here to figure out the zoning.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
I don't mind adding wild game to this with the provision that we add some boundaries around, I'd say whatever we can in order to protect his neighbors or anybody's neighbors from
Sure.
smell or, you know,
And as I say, if you,
things that come with smell.
right, do you want to put that in the ordinance, or do you want to review that under the conditional use? That's,
Say it again.
do you want to put the criteria, that those other guidelines in the ordinance, or would you like to just do that on an individual basis when they come to the board for a conditional use application? Because even though we put this in the ordinance, they still have to come back here to get approval before
Right.
they can operate something like, of this nature. Because they come
Does
before
it-
the board for a conditional use.
It seems to me that if I was somebody who wanted to put in one of these businesses, before I made an investment, I'd want to look here to see what was required of me, rather than
Perfect.
think I could do this, maybe make some investment, and then come to this point where then I'm learning all of this stuff at the same time.
Sure, that's your purview.
Did
And
we
you
have
have- you
any
can have
other
some-
conditional use approved that we know if we had any issues with in regards to poultry,
Processing.
livestock processing?
No, none that I'm aware of. Actually, there's a huge shortage.
Right,
Yeah,
I was gonna
there
say that
is.
too, because
Huge
we've had to
shortage.
travel quite a ways, and I don't wanna take I think wild game is important to the community or the area. But at the same time, on Brookside, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's my
it's not,
concern.
but then again, it's
It's a neighborhood.
It's the AR zone, so we're not looking at, although it's hard not to.
Well, right now, if he said it was 3 cattle, he'd be allowed to do it, no problem, and he
Or
could throw the
bison.
carcasses
No, I
right
get
next
it.
door.
I get it. I'm just like thinking.
Coyote
that is
over,
living
coyote
there.
hunt over them over the
So-
backyard.
So a person
DIY.
couldn't raise bison under this without a conditional?
I think bison would be more,
They're not
Can-
technically domesticated.
yeah.
Well,
True.
there's,
Tell that,
this is
tell
just
that to the guy in
process.
Denmark.
Right.
Processing.
Well, you're right, there's
Processing of
people-
farm agricultural products,
Right.
poultry and
Yeah.
livestock.
Yeah.
Right, somebody,
Right, so you could
somebody
raise
could bring
elk.
it in.
Right.
You couldn't have it there because there'd be
Right.
other zoning that would
Mhm.
prohibit a bison.
I think-
But I
or
don't know if they're
something,
considered
I'm assuming.
I think we gotta set some guidelines for it.
I agree.
Yeah, perfect.
Because being in a neighborhood, you gotta get approval. I would want the approval, if I was a neighbor, I would wanna know what's going on
Well, there'd be a public
and be able to
piece to this, right?
say yay or
Public
nay.
hearing.
Every conditional use is a public hearing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
And processing is just processing, this does not include the sale of, correct?
Correct.
No,
You can
he
just
can't
read
sell
this
it.
to think, okay.
You can't sell
He's
it.
a wholesale.
what goes in, goes out.
Yep, so do you wanna do that same workshop,
Yeah.
different workshop?
We can add it to the next meeting, we already got 2
Yeah.
topics, might as well workshop it all. Okay.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
We're just gonna get all your thinking done in one night, though.
Where's Mikhail? Where's Mikhail?
Concussed. All right, so yeah, we'll add this to the workshop agenda, tackle it. Maybe in the meantime, if maybe Michaela has access to maybe other towns that have a similar, whether they do or don't, I guess would be interesting just to see whether.
Right. And whether, yeah,
How we
Used to
do.
have an elk farm on Ross Road.
that's the other thing, processing.
Yeah, the red deer.
But that's
the elk.
processing, we're
Yeah.
discussing the butchering is this particular, is the
In Newfield.
sorry,
Yeah.
processing.
I'm just concerned with the neighbors being that close to the neighbor, all those houses up there seem to be pretty close.
And
You know, I don't know this particular person, but I would just not want that in a neighborhood type environment. But if he's got
Sure.
adequate room and adequate plan, then,
And, yeah, an adequate disposal plan, then.
yeah.
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing, because everybody that's harvesting the deer is doing it in the garage anyway.
Right,
And
right.
it's almost seasonal, maybe.
Excuse me?
It's more or less seasonal, kind of.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Exactly. But you have turkey season, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
That's true. All right, so just we're all set, so next meeting we'll add that to the workshop agenda.
There's Pete's, conditions for that.
Health control check? I am not. Keep it on the lots of today.
All right, next item is communication. Next is miscellaneous. Got anything to add tonight?
No, I'm good.
Anybody else? So that only leaves adjournment, so get a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
A second thought.
All right, favor? We are adjourned.